My former mother-in-law was a heavy drinker and smoker, 50 plus years of these habits. She lived in a shabby, rundown apartment in an older and less flashy part of Las Vegas. My then husband had a complicated and distant relationship with his mom. She called periodically, often when she'd been drinking, and between that and the number of strokes she had, she was difficult to understand. She was usually angry and full of harsh words, but other times she would cry. These conversations were tough, but not as painful as the call we received one night from the Las Vegas Police Department. Trigger warning on the topic of sexual abuse. Francine, my 69-year-old mother-in-law, who was confined to a wheelchair, was raped. A man showed up. Sorry, I'm a little emotional about this still. A man showed up at her apartment with a fifth of booze, and 24 hours later, she was found by a neighbor in her bathtub. I won't share the horrific details, but it would turn your stomach. We rented her a lovely apartment in a senior living community in Oregon near us. The building itself was brand new and truly beautiful. It had a convenience store, a pharmacy, a hair salon, and bank all on the premises. While my ex flew down to tend to his mom, I spent the next 48 hours furnishing and decorating her new apartment before flying down to help her clean out her old apartment and bring her home. She didn't appreciate my approach to organization and packing and threw an Ugg boot across the room and hit me in the head. We giggled like best friends and got along swimmingly after that. She hadn't flown on a plane in over 50 years. And to honor this historic day and event, we bought her, I don't know why this is making me so emotional. We bought her a seat in first class. She spent most of the flight telling the flight attendants about her son and how proud she was of him. And then she would point to him and clap. And then the flight attendants would clap. And this went on for the duration of the 2-hour flight, over and over. She walked into her new home, and the joy in her face is indescribable. She kept picking things up and saying, "Is this mine? And this too? And these pillows? And this chair? All of it? For me?" "Yes, it's for you." I stocked her fridge with wine, and she had an outdoor deck for smoking. But my mother-in-law never smoked or drank again, ever. She made friends in her new place, and we visited her multiple times each week. Her new apartment had a cafeteria where 3 meals a day were served 7 days a week. Even so, at every meal, she would get seconds of everything and take it to go. Her fridge was full of food she would never eat. We told her repeatedly that she didn't have to worry about her next meal, but given her previous chaotic and unpredictable life, she couldn't take the chance. My ex-husband wasn't ready to let his mom visit our home. He had an extremely troubled childhood, and while I do believe he forgave his parents, he refused to extend an invitation to her. This made my mother-in-law very sad, and my mom and I secretly had made plans for her to join our family for Thanksgiving, but she died before the holiday. I believe she healed emotionally, but physically was just too broken and passed away 6 months after she arrived in Oregon. Though short, it was a triumphant last chapter. My ex-husband and I divorced several years after his mom passed away, and we are friends to this day. I'm grateful we had 10 years together, including giving his mom a safe home full of laughter, love, and more food than she could possibly eat. Home matters.